Welcome to Sagas of the Paired Lands Session 1. This is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign that is just beginning now, like actually beginning, and the previous ones were all the Session Zeros of the characters, who will be in the town of Riverford on the 23rd of the Season of Rain, in the evening, roughly, early to late evening, we're starting off. Paired lands are two lands that were separated by a torrent of storms down the strait between them for time, as far as time goes back, as far as history remembers, about 1,000 years ago. Those cleared up 1,000 years ago, and after the initial wars between the two continents and that sort of thing, skirmishes, things have become peaceful. It's a more or less era of peace besides the year 2 Khanates. The Khanates, being more aggressive, raider, and nomadic-like people. All of the other countries are at a tentative stalemate, more or less. It used to be a balance of power thing where war was pretty common, but now, because there's more countries, it's a little harder to do so. Now in Riverford, we have the characters who have arrived for various reasons and are going to be experiencing some things, that's for sure. I'm sure it'll be fun. Let's start with going over the characters briefly, though. You don't need a full introduction, just, who they are and why they're in Riverford right now. And we'll start with Izzy playing Xenovera, because that's... I'm going left to right, so green will be next.
Yeah.
Fine, like Caden.
Xenovera is a retired Belu footman. He's in Riverford because he's searching for clues to his missing family, among other things. And he also just wants to travel, because getting away from that is nice.
Indeed. Next is Aaron, played by Greentron.
Well, there's not too much to say about the backstory, as they woke up here with amnesia and then have been, I guess, just chilling as a bartender/doctor for the last while. And as far as them themselves, they are a cleric.
You should really pick a barber so that you can be a doctor, barber, and bartender.
I mean, that's what barbers were.
Exactly. And finally...
Sorry.
Caden!
You alright?
You okay?
A bunch of things just fell.
Oh no.
We're fine, I'll deal with it later. Hi, I'm Caden, and that's incredibly in character for me.
Who is playing Briar?
I play Briar, who is not the type of person to do that. I'm a wanderer. Sorry, I have a song stuck in my head. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, and I'm here to kind of cause trouble. And that's kind of it. I'm a party boy at heart.
Alright. And so we go to Riverford. More particularly, the Tavern of Riverford. Ricky has stepped out to go collect more roots and herbs for the night, and, subsequent week of brewing. Xenovera, you've just come down from your room after getting, making sure everything's fine, to notice that there is a new face behind the bar, which is Aaron, who is working the bar in absence. And Brian, you've been sent over here to pick up Varyl's evening meal because you've been working over at the appraisal/magic shop for a little while. Appraisal magic pawn shop. For the past couple of days, and the free sale has just come in. You've actually, on your way over, noticed the ship you were waiting for in order to try and get a job aboard it. Just to, adventure more. There's a bit of a commotion going on at the docks, but you didn't pay much mind to it, as you imagine it's just the actual unloading of goods and that sort of thing. And we begin. You are all welcome to move about the tavern as you would like for the moment, though,
So I'm gonna head up to the bar first, I guess, and be like, notice the new person, and be like, "Hey, do you have the meal for Varel?"
Would I know? I assume I would know about
You
this.
would. Ricky has Ricky is used to this. The order comes in like every day, basically. He doesn't like to leave the shop, or his research, wherever, depending on which one he's doing. So You've sometimes prepared it, sometimes Riki has. This time she actually made it before she left, and it's just in underneath the counter.
Oh, are you the delivery man?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I haven't seen you around. Where's Ricky?
They had to head out and gather herbs and stuff for making more ale. So I'm the assistant here, I guess.
All right, well, yeah, I need to go take over the food and then see what's going on over at the docks. Have you heard anything about the free sale?
I'm afraid I don't know too much about it. I've mostly been in here for the past while, so.
I'm gonna like pull out the flyer that I got last time and I'm gonna like hold it up and be like, you know, you never heard anything about this? And show it to Aaron.
Like, out of character. I'm not too sure what this is about either, so
No, not
I
really.
need explanations.
Aaron doesn't particularly know much about this because Ricky doesn't generally let the flyers be posted in here, and unless Aaron has been wandering around the town, the flyer would be kind of new, though it is mentioning the hiring of mercenaries to help aboard the free sail with protecting it for voyages. And Xenovera, you, of course, hear the mentioning of the free sail and the flyer.
Yeah. He was actually about to speak up, but I wanted to wait. The merchant ship that just came in, the free sale. Why are you inquiring about that?
Well, I heard that they were hiring new people and I wanted to sign on. Do you know anything about it?
Well, considering we've just arrived, yes, I do. The captain is definitely still looking for new people, considering we lost a few during the voyage.
Heard it's pretty dangerous sailing.
Not too dangerous, but there are scrapes every now and then, from what I understand.
Well, hey, I need to go drop this off, but is there any chance that you could introduce me?
Certainly. Xenovera. He says as he offers a hand out to shake.
So I'm gonna shake it and then I'm gonna be like, you can call me Briar.
It's a pleasure.
As you are shaking hands, though, there is a noise and commotion from outside, followed by a bit of shouting. Looking towards the door, you see that it is very brutally kicked open, and a man in a different kind of armor than the armor that you've seen around town steps into the establishment. Flanked by two people wearing roughly the same gear. And he begins shouting. Alright, this place is under Grimvin control now. Drop your weapons if you have them. Put whatever else you got on the tables. And surrender peacefully. Yeah?
I'm holding a fucking tray of food. I guess I'll just set that down and hold my hands up.
Xenovera slowly stands.
That's really rude.
Ah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, let me just move these people in, actually. So, Briar says that's really rude is what you're...
Yes.
Don't rightly care if it is. Like we said, weapons on the ground.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm grabbing my duelist cape in one hand and I'm pulling out my rapier.
Alright then.
Xenovera is equiping themselves as well with the axe that was mounted upon their back.
I actually just have my hands up and I'm nervously looking around. Like, I guess they're pulling out weapons, and these guys, what are they doing?
Well, they don't have weapons. They were just drinking. They are not really sure what to do.
I suppose I'm in the square.
Yeah. Let's add you all to initiative here.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Now, if you select your token and go to your character sheet, there's an initiative button next to the perception on the right-hand side of the sheet. You can just click initiative, and it will automatically add the number that you roll to the turn tracker. Makes it a lot easier for you. You have to make sure your token is selected, though. You didn't have your token selected there. You can add it manually, but I will add it for you right now. Easy.
How did I not? Oh, I see. Just kidding. Haha, testing your comedy show.
Alright, and let's roll for them. Alright. And interestingly enough, Aaron, you're up first, and you see that things are about to devolve into violence very quickly.
Yeah. So let me first go ahead and look over here so I can see if, as far as I'm aware, this is just... So, first off, to start with, I get 3 actions per turn, yes?
Correct.
Alright. So, since Shield seems to be a 1-action spell, I could just throw this out.
Yep.
And increase my AC by 1.
That is correct.
Right. And I didn't have my weapon drawn. So should I then spend my other action to draw a weapon?
If you would like, you could also use that action to cast a spell if you have a 2-action spell you'd like to cast, or if you'd like to move, you can also move, then draw the weapon. It doesn't... Yeah. Any of those. You can combine the actions however you'd like.
I'm not going to be the first one to make an aggressive action here, so I'm just going to duck behind the counter and get a basic weapon out. I think I have...
A scimitar?
In 3... Yeah, a light scimitar.
Yep, light scimitar. Now, light scimitar being is specifically for clerics of Saren Ray and people who prefer lighter weapons. It is a scimitar that just lets you use the finesse property with it, because I find it weird that the scimitar doesn't have finesse. I thought I should clarify for anyone who's confused. Anyway, so that actually would be the take cover action. Now, take cover can be used to increase your armor class against range attacks or attacks that would be coming over the counter in this case. That would work just fine for you. Next up is actually this fellow who he sees that Xenovera is drawing weapon and is going to step and try and strike Xenovera with his short sword. Each of these, the one in the front has a spear and a shield, and the ones on the flanks have short sword and shields. So let's roll an attack here.
Number to hit is 19.
He's going to miss his first attack, and he's going to make a second one.
Oof.
He's going to hit the second attack.
Won't crit though. Thank goodness for that.
So the first attack is easily sidestepped, but the second one comes in and basically hits into your armor around your stomach, lower torso area. Doesn't really get through much though, only doing 5 damage.
He grunts a bit and grits his teeth.
But now it's Xenovera's turn.
Gripping his axe in 2 hands, he raises it high above his head and slams it down at the enemy in front of him.
Fair enough. A 25 is a hit, and 12 damage is a significant portion of this man's health.
Ripping it out of them, he brings it to bear again and swipes at them again.
14, however, is not going to connect.
There's his third action. I don't have any spells that I want to use, so I might just swing again. Sure. Let's go for broke. Let's swing again. Nope.
Yeah, 3 is definitely not going to hit. I don't think of a single creature that a 3 would hit.
No. As he says to the one behind him, stay behind me.
Good advice, probably. This man is actually going to push past his friend here and move over to this side, getting between Xenovera and the table, trying to just make a strike at him from this area. These are obviously trained soldiers, so they do have a modicum of tactics about them. Let's see here. Yeah, let's say Xenovera. Do you have Warfare lore? I can't remember.
I do.
Roll Warfare lore for me. This is just a free action triggered by something you post. Warfare. That's a success. They aren't fighting like regular soldiers. They are much more fluid in their movements. Not like more skilled, and you imagine that this is... You can handle this, probably. But something about them doesn't strike you as professional soldiers. Anyway, he's going to attack with his spear. Running over. There we go. Ooh, and he rolls a crit.
Okay.
Well. Alright. That's unfortunate for you, but you know, that's just how
Yeah,
it goes
a little bit.
sometimes.
It do be like that.
It's 18 damage.
Oh, that hurts. Okay. He is significantly battered by this, but still sounds strong.
And he's going to make a one more attack, though this one is going to be at the person who has drawn a rapier and dueling cape, seeing as how he figures Xenovera is probably out of the fight at this point. And we'll see how true that is come the other guy's turn. But hey, that's fine. That's a 15 to hit Briar.
No, thank you.
As they do that, I would like to activate a reaction.
Oh? That requires them to damage your ally, meaning that...
Does it?
Yeah, they did not hit
Yeah.
Briar, meaning
They
that
didn't even hit me.
Yeah.
They cannot touch
Okay.
me.
Yep,
Cool. Then I
That-
don't need to do that. Fair
you do
enough.
not. You still have your reaction.
Gotcha.
Can I have a question for my own edification?
Sure.
So I made the specific mention of grabbing my duelist cape, and that's supposed to give me an additional 1 to AC. So instead of 19, it would be 20. Yes.
Yes.
Super dope. Okay.
It is now your turn. I believe to use the dueling cape, you need to use the action to maintain, like, to use it as a shield. So the AC would drop at this point, but for that first round, you had it.
Super cool. Super cool. If I'm correct, Xenovera punched
Axe.
this guy in front of him.
Yeah,
Hit.
this one.
Thank you. I tried to do it. I didn't want to. So I'm gonna turn to the guy right here, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh shit! Watch out! You're gonna get hit!" to him and point like behind him to try and feint him.
That's an interesting
Look
usage.
out behind you!
That's an interesting usage of feint, but I'll allow it.
I did not plan for it. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Shit,
roll
what's that behind
deception.
you? Oldest trick in the
What?
book.
Yes. I'm gonna roll deception.
And that is against his perception DC, if I'm remembering correctly.
If you give me a
Wait, so-
second, I can confirm. I indeed do it against. I don't know, actually. Never mind, it's not on the page.
Perception DC.
I believe against perception. Yes.
Now his perception DC is 17, meaning you've succeeded.
Yay! And so upon doing that, I'm gonna use my other 2 turns to stab him with my rapier. You hit the attack button for that, yeah?
Correct. You hit attack, and then you can hit the number 2 to make the second attack without having to do any math.
Oh, cool. So do I hit just the number 2, or the first one and then the
The
second?
first one, then the second one.
Okay.
And he is flat-footed against the first strike, making that first attack a hit.
Yay! Okay, and then I roll damage.
Yep.
I'm so good at this.
3 damage, and because he's flat-footed, you get sneak attack on that. He is flat-footed.
Okay, so do I just hit the damage button for sneak attack, or do I hit the +0?
The sneak attack damage button. That is what that was set up
Okay.
for.
Like that?
Yep. And that is, yeah. So basically, you add those 2 together, and you get 7 damage.
Nice.
A good stab into his side,
Also,
though not
okay,
lethal.
no, yeah.
Yeah?
We're good. No, we're good.
All right. It's his final guy's turn, and he is going to move here. Though, now that Briar has become a threat, he will be attacking Briar in his second attack, though Xenovera is still the one he basically pulled to attack. Now, Xenovera, you are flanked, meaning you're flat-footed here.
Yeah.
Good luck.
17 to hit.
That's a miss.
Woo!
Hey.
Now, second
Oh my
attack was already committed to attacking Briar, and that is a 12, which is also going to miss. And that brings us back to the beginning of the round, and Aaron.
Alright. He's gonna just go ahead and shout out to Xenovera, "Don't worry, you'll be okay." And then I'm going to first use Healer's Blessing on him. And then next, I'm just gonna heal him.
2-action heal.
Yeah. So because of Healer's Blessing, this should be D10 plus 8 plus 2. So
D10 plus 10.
right?
Yeah.
Alright. D10 plus 10. 12!
Roll
I mean,
a lot of
better than
12.
nothing.
You
He
roll a lot of
appreciates
12s for healing.
Every single healing check so far has been 12?
Yeah,
Hey, you're
consistent.
consistent.
Very consistent.
And that was all of my actions because I,
Yeah.
healed.
Indeed.
But
Seems
from what I'm aware,
reinvigorated.
that will last until like the end of the fight, right?
Yeah, so the duration of Healer's Blessing is 1 minute, meaning every time that Xenovera is healed from now on, it will be with a additional +2 healing.
All right.
Alrighty. And now it is back to the short swordman, who has been hit by Xenovera, so... Well, I mean, pretty obvious what he's going to do. He's going to try and trip Xenovera. No.
Oh no,
Behind you!
it's all die.
No, he's going to try and stab Xenovera, and we'll see how that goes.
The idea of
Christ,
like
Cody.
Well, I'm rolling pretty well, but that's not a crit.
That's
because-
not a crit by
You're
one.
rolling well against Xenovera.
Yes.
I enjoy the idea of every single person in this encounter shouting behind you.
7 damage.
Ow.
Secondary attack is a miss, and the tertiary attack is also a miss. As one would expect.
I would hope so.
I would just like to highlight the fact that I'm hiding behind this old guy.
To be fair, it's an old guy wearing armor carrying a great axe, so...
Rogue life.
Xenovera.
I'm gonna activate a spell. Because
Oh, boy.
ow. We'll lay on hands. So that's 8 HP back?
I believe it just
That's
goes you for
healing.
6. Oh yeah, but Healer's
Yeah,
Blessing
but
gives you
then
plus
Healer's
2.
Blessing.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
They all have attack of opportunity. No.
That doesn't...
It is a somatic action, actually, so it would.
Oh.
Keep that in mind.
Unfortunate.
They don't have attack of opportunity, though. No.
Okay. Yeah. Second action. I would like to whistle for my mount.
Alrighty. How fast can your mount move?
40.
40.
Yeah,
Alright.
40 per turn.
Give me
Or
1
4
second.
per action.
Per action, yeah.
In the distance, you just hear like loud raptor noises.
You hear roaring of a small dragon. Medium-sized dragon. Large dragon, actually. Hold on.
Large-sized dragon. The door is still open. Well, it's not like open. It got kicked open, then kind of swung back closed when they stepped in. But the door is once again knocked open by this thing.
You've made a mistake.
Has Aaron even seen this yet? Because it's been the same day as Xenovera's first arriving, right?
It's the same day.
Yeah.
You were helping with gathering some things from the free sale when Xenovera came and actually entered, so you probably saw it getting off the boat, but I don't think you saw it more than that.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to react by going yo?
Yes!
I would like to yo!
And for his third action, he would like to ask the person that just stabbed him a question.
Yeah, what's the question?
Die.
That is not a question.
Excuse me, die?
Well, in that case, the answer is yes. Finish rolling your critical damage.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep, that's 18 damage, which very easily crushes this man's mail and drops him to the ground.
His man's mail.
Who's next?
Well, I think that's supposed to be you! Then he's gonna try and stab you.
Oh no.
Witty retorts. Who'd have thought?
Wow.
We're professionals here.
Miss and miss.
He bunts it away with the heft of his great axe. Just like, nope.
Well, might as well use that momentum to try and hit Briar. Which, you know, close, but not quite.
Sure, buddy.
He doesn't have anything else to do with his third action.
That's fair.
Briar, it's now your turn.
Alright, I don't think I'm gonna need... I mean, I could try. It might be fun. Yeah, sure, fuck it. Okay, we're gonna actually use a shit ton of actions to do nothing. First action is I'm gonna grab my duelist cape, wrap it around my arm again. So after I do that, I'm gonna turn to the other guy, the new guy that I didn't just hit.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try and feint him. Cause that's what I do. That's it. That's all I've got.
Oh shit, a dragon!
And that's actually a 16, but that doesn't hit, I don't think.
Yeah, that does not beat his perception DC.
So I'm gonna go, fuck, because that's 2 of my 3 actions, and then I'll go, whatever, and I'm gonna stab the other guy. The one I originally stabbed.
Right, yes. So
Nice.
25 is a hit, yes.
Yay, I did good.
Yay.
Yeah.
6 piercing.
Nice.
Very solid. Very solid. It is not enough to bring him down, but it is enough to make him rethink his decision to not try and kill you. So, you know, there's that.
It's also just really funny turning to someone else and being like, Avrika, fuck you, and then turning back and stabbing him. So it works.
That is fair.
I mean,
Oh, actually, I wanted to check this. You actually fainted this guy last turn, so he's actually flat-footed against melee attacks you attempt until the end of your next turn. Meaning he is actually flat-footed to this. So, you can roll your sneak attack damage.
Yay! Alright.
It's only one. It's only one more, but it is significant. It does matter. Anyway, back to this fellow with the short sword. Who, well, Xenovera, you're still not dead.
Flanked.
You're still
Yeah,
not dead. So attack 1.
Nope.
Attack Briar. 22 to hit Briar.
Yep, it does.
Then I will actually activate my reaction on this one since it does hit.
Very well. Post the reaction
Well,
again.
actually, wait. Oh, never mind, I'll let you have it.
Yeah. So, Briar, you're going to take 3 less damage than whatever I roll here. And Xenovera, you also get to attack them.
I was gonna nimble dodge, but it doesn't matter. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't think Nimble Dodge would have saved you. Is the
No,
thing.
because it's equal to, right?
Yep.
If it's equal to, you win.
If it's equal to, the attacker wins. The person
No,
who
you
rolled
win,
win.
Cody.
Oh, okay. Yes.
If it meets, it beats.
So you take 3 damage.
Xenovera... It's almost like he glows a little bit and then Briar glows a little bit, and then he just fucking strikes at the other guy that just attacked them.
That's a hit, and that's good damage.
Jesus Christ, dude. Briar's just gonna be behind you going, thanks?
No problem.
You feel less injured than you feel you should be.
I'm just very confused.
Speaking of people being less injured than they should be, Aaron, your turn.
Hi there. I'm just over here like, alright, let's just keep the same fucking healing beam going. So, two of my actions are going to just healing Xenovera, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll another d10 plus 10.
The 2.
Nope,
18
this time.
I think I'm full health. Yeah, I'm full health.
Yeah. And then my other action, I produce a shield because something just barged through the door that I'm only slightly familiar with, and also enemies.
Fair.
Wait, Cody, I have a quick question. When I leveled up, it didn't update my current HP, but that would have been updated, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I just had to make sure before I gave myself too much HP.
Yeah. You should be at your max
Oh.
HP, not whatever the current was for level 1.
Well, minus
Minus the fact that you just got stabbed a little bit, but that's okay.
minus 3.
Only a little stabbed.
Yeah, it's only minus
Yeah,
3. It's
-3.
not that big of a deal.
Okay.
That doesn't even kill most commoners, okay? Actually,
I just wanted to make sure because the difference between 19 and like 11 is kind of big.
it is, yes. 3 damage in Pathfinder 2nd Edition actually doesn't kill any commoners because of Ancestry HP. So, you know, there's that. Anyway, Xenovera.
Azaria, sick them. As he orders Azaria to move and strike.
Bend
As
and snap.
As they go to do a big old bite. And miss.
Well,
I mean, it was a big bite, though.
it was a very big bite. Unfortunately, it does miss, though.
A big bite directly to the right of them.
Yeah.
Too big of a bite. A little
They're
bit.
about to bite, and then they see some food and bite the food instead. No, yeah, Xenovera will strike at this one first. Nice.
That's a hit, and that's enough to bring him down.
Before turning to the last one, do you yield?
You know,
As he will...
thinking of it, doesn't seem like a great situation. You're not bleeding anymore.
I'm not.
There's a Is that...
That's mine.
Yeah, you're a knight of Belu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about this, sir. We didn't mean to cause you any trouble.
It's a little late for that now, isn't it?
I've noticed. If we had known, we wouldn't have bothered.
It'll pass my last action. Actually, I might as well intimidate. Sure, fuck it. Intimidating glare.
Yeah, you can roll intimidate.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
He's pretty intimidated.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say so. He's actually critically intimidated. In fact, Briar, this man doesn't seem like he wants to fight anymore.
I'm gonna go, wait, am I the only one that can't heal? Is that a dragon? Can I pet it? And then I'm just not gonna do any action. I'm just gonna sit there and like vibrate and fight it.
Yeah, so this guy, because his turn, he's just running.
Oh, bye.
Yep, he ran. So that's technically the end of combat.
I didn't die.
Didn't.
Now-
Xenover will.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Xenover takes out a very bloody rag, wipes his axe, pockets it, and heaves the axe before trying to tend to these people's wounds so they don't fucking die on the ground.
Sure.
He's gonna go out the proper exit to a counter. And
Yeah.
Oh, would you mind?
yeah, I'm actually a specialist in this. I can probably make sure they don't die. And hell, I could even use this as a cantrip, right, and just stabilize both of them.
Yeah, the stabilize cantrip?
Yeah.
If you have it, then yes.
Yeah. So I'll just use that for 2 turns in a row because I have that set up.
Yep.
I would help, but you guys have this covered. So was that a yes on patting your dragon?
Looks to the dragon, looks to them, shrugs. Sure.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
gonna
no
fucking
biting.
pet this dragon Drake, man. I've never fucking seen one, and I'm gonna like try and like find. You know how like you can scratch like dogs behind the ears? I'm gonna try and find like the good scritch.
No, behind the spines on the back of their jaw.
Ooh, thank you. I'm gonna scratchy.
So those 2 rounds of
Little-
stabilization go by with Briar petting the drake and Xenover giving that information. Though from outside, you do still hear the sounds of combat and commotion. It doesn't appear as though that these were the only folk in town who were attacking.
Xenover will look. Xenover will look to the people who I assume are still seated with like spilled drinks and or like.
Oh, yeah.
They just like.
These 2 are hiding under the table, and this guy has just finished. Like basically, what he did is he had during the commotion, he had broken a bottle, and he had turned it into spiked knuckles, and he was just getting ready to help, and then you guys had already won.
Gotcha. Then he'll say to the spiky knuckle man, "Take these 2 to the back, tie them up if you can. We'll be outside."
Aye.
And he'll mount up and head on out. Oh no.
Well, Aaron's gonna follow behind, though, very much behind. Just like, as I don't want to make sure anything goes wrong. All right.
Alrighty. So stepping outside of the tavern and inn, you. Let's turn this off so you can see everything.
Meanwhile, Briar's like, "Oh, we're still going."
So outside, you see that the soldiers of the guardsmen of the town, as well as the sailors from the Free Sail, are fighting against multiple of these soldiers who have decided to invade. And there is a new boat that is docked a little bit away, not near the actual dock, but down the river shoreline a little bit. This is actually going to be just a series of checks because there's no reason to have you guys running around all over town in turn order. That just seems like a lot of effort. So instead, describe what you would like to do and how you'd like to do it, like who you'd like to help and how, and we'll have roles for each one of those.
Xenover would like to be doing ride-bys on like enemy combatants. He assumes that those in the actually, does he know what type of armor this is?
Yeah, that
in
was.
terms of like,
Yeah, you can roll me a lore fair
Society?
or a society check.
or warfare.
Based on just a quick look at them, they appear to be wearing Grimvin city-state armor.
Gotcha. So these do seem to be Grimvin actual like soldiers and not just like bandits who grabbed armor.
They are wearing proper uniforms, yes.
Okay. Then yeah, he would like to be doing like ride-bys and essentially attempting to help out the town's guard.
Yeah,
By like
I
asking
figured as
people as
much.
he like rides by and
Of
like
course,
making
yeah.
sure that they're not dying and the enemy is dying.
Of
So he's
course.
essentially like running interference and shit like that.
Yeah.
Since this
Roll
drink is
me
really fast.
roll me a nature check for the riding, because that's the riding skill, and an attack roll, and we'll put those together and see where you end up. Both of those are successful, meaning that Xenovera is definitely helping the town. He's running interference. Having cavalry is a very big boon in a battle between two opposing forces, especially when that cavalry is a man riding a drake, and it's mostly everyone else's foot soldiers. Who'd have thought? Let's go over to Aaron. What are you going to be doing during this basically skirmish in the town center?
I'm not gonna be fucking fighting, I can tell you that. Anyone who is lying on the ground, I'm going to check to see if they are at the very least alive and not actively dead. If they are, I will stabilize them. Including enemy soldiers, but prioritizing, non-enemy soldiers.
Of course, of course. Roll me a medicine check.
Alright. This goes poorly, I'm gonna re-roll it, No, that's good.
Oh, you're fine.
You're able to find a good number of people who have survived the initial attack but are unconscious or severely injured, and you're able to patch them up with either magic or a bandage here and there, nothing too severe. The man who was outside the door to the tavern is most notable in that he was attacked by all three of those guys before they entered the tavern itself, but he survived. Lucky him.
Also,
Yay.
if any singular person comes and attacks me while I'm alone, just fucking casually gonna cast fear.
Yeah.
As one would expect. What about you, Briar?
So I'm like, I'm gonna be so fired because the food's gonna get there late. And also, Aaron just fucked off to go heal people. This guy's riding away. I'm hoofing it as fast as I can to try and like distract soldiers, or distract the Grimvin soldiers specifically, so that way the guards can like try and flatfoot them. I'm just gonna try and be like, hey, distraction.
All right. Because you're trying to move from place to place, we're going to simulate that with acrobatics and deception.
Awesome. Acrobatics.
Nice.
Very good.
Deception. That's nice.
The deception is unfortunately not great, but thanks to the acrobatics, the movement is enough to make up for it. Meaning you got a critical success on that, meaning that the failure on the deception doesn't matter, you overall succeed.
Nice.
Yay.
So, going around, you're able to distract some of the soldiers, move between them, and basically keep them from landing any decisive blows on any of the combatants that you wouldn't want them to, occasionally putting in an attack here or there, or just assisting with that sort of thing. It's about 15 minutes later, and things have begun to calm down. Most of the people in the town square the fighting is more or less over. The Grimvin soldiers have begun to disperse. You notice that they climb back onto the boat that parked just a little while down the shoreline. Those of them that are still able to move, of course, and the ship pushes off within moments.
Can I try and recognize anything about the ship while it's going by?
Yeah. Roll perception.
Yay, I can do that. I got
Yeah.
that. Is it just this? Nope.
Oh no.
You're not able to make out any particularly distinguishing details other than that it's a regular war sloop. Meaning it's a smaller boat meant for fast movement, and it's built for combat.
Sloop.
Thank you.
Man, I'm gonna have a full day ahead of me of fixing up people.
That
As
you
soon
are.
as the combat seems to have died down, I'm like, shit, the food, and I'm gonna try and run back and get it and make it
Yeah,
It's just on the counter because I left it there.
Yep. So you're grabbing the food, running back down towards Varil's shop. You notice that the door, instead of being open, there's just a slab of stone in the way.
Beryl! It's lunchtime! Let me in!
Is the fighting over?
Yes.
Very well, very well. And from the stone itself, just out walks a man.
It's gonna be like, over here. I brought your food!
You still collected it after that.
Well, yeah, we had a deal. Also, I may be leaving early. I think I was supposed to work until tomorrow. But this is my job, right? Please don't fire me.
Well, I have no reason to fire you. You did your job. But if you're going to be leaving anyway, I'll just get you your day's pay. He walks back through the wall. Which, if you'd like to roll perception or will save for me, feel free.
How do I see which one of those is higher? They're both E6, so I'm just gonna do this because it's right here.
Yeah, no, that's an illusory wall there. He just made an illusion of a stone wall and called it.
This dude.
If anyone came in, he could deal with them. He just didn't want to bother.
So suspicious of him. I wanted to check him out when I found out he had the ring, but I got, distracted by other things.
Indeed. Anyway, he's going to go collect some coins. I believe it was
I have priorities.
2 silver per day, and he just basically just checks and is like, since you're leaving, and have a gold.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully I'll be able to send business your way once we get on the ship. Which
right. And he returns to his...
add a gold.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the cleanup effort in town, it takes a little while moving people or bodies, as it were, in many cases. Within half an hour, Riki has returned with her various herbs and roots and that sort of thing, and, well, she's a little surprised by the whole thing, so, that's going on. But most importantly, after all of that, let me get...
Guys, I'm rich. Yes.
2 silver.
No,
And a
gold.
Oh,
was it both? I thought it was just 1 gold total.
2 silver and a gold.
Yeah, you got 2 silver from the first day, and then he just gave you a gold for the rest of the work you did.
Yes.
You also notice that Xenovera, you notice Vincent is heading over towards you, looking very angry about something.
Pops off of Drake. Wasn't me.
Of course I know it wasn't you! How could it have been? You were out here!
What's the problem? Other than
Well, I'm kind of wondering what the hell happened out here.
I would love to know. There are a few unconscious soldiers in the tavern that I would love to question.
Yeah, me too. Look, you're a Bailu Knight, yeah?
Yes.
Great. Fantastic. Good. Means you know how to do this sort of thing. Because you've been in skirmishes, right?
I have been in this job for a long while.
Good.
Right.
I need you to hunt those bastards down.
Sure. Pay me.
Yeah, of course, but you're gonna need to, because during the whole goddamn chaos, they broke onto the ship and stole half the cargo.
And you just
No
hear
shit.
Briar off to the side go, "What?"
Now, most of it wasn't the regular deliveries. It was a lot of the magic items and various special delivery stuff, so it's fine. We can just say there were delays on it, but we need to get it back either way. Yeah.
Sure. I'm more than happy to help you. This was an illegal seizure, and obviously not very into that.
Right, yes. Good. I knew hiring you would be a good idea when I heard why you... your whole...
Mm-hmm.
He points to, like, the champion symbology. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay, calm down.
You just see Briar in the background fuming.
Oh,
Briar is so unhappy right now.
Everyone's just currently waiting for this conversation to die down or Ricky to approach him while trying to fix this guy up more properly.
Yeah. Okay. So
I had promised someone to I promised to introduce someone to you. I suppose now is as good a time as any. He motions towards Briar off to the side. They were looking for a job as well, from my understanding, at the very least.
All right.
By the way, so when we got the flyer, I didn't pass my society check, but I said, something was on the tip of my tongue. Can I try and like stare at Vincent and try and figure out what it was that was bothering me about the flyer? Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah. You can do that.
Is that another society check or
Yes, it would. Yeah.
perception or
Yeah.
okay.
Nice.
Vincent used to actually be a pretty well-respected councilman in an area of the Kierangrad Republic. He essentially was a land baron, more or less. But, for reasons unknown, he sold all of his land, bought a boat, and started doing travel.
Awesome, thank you. So I'm gonna be like, oh, like, because now I recognize why that name's familiar. I was going, easy. We're like, actually, it sounds like you might need him to get help to retrieve those items. I would be happy to join him. He seems to be a very good fighter.
Yeah, that's why he was hired. That's the whole. Anyway, what is it that you can do? What can you bring to the table on this? Because this is not. Look, I'm paying a premium for this. I need to know that you're capable.
Well, not only am I trained in magic, which is why I've been apprenticing at the magic shop here, but I'm also a fairly decent duelist myself, which is why I was helping out when Xenovera here was in the tavern.
I can vouch for this.
Well, if you're vouching, that's fine. Right, fine. Good. And during this, Riki actually walks over to Aaron to get an idea of what's going on. Kid, what the hell happened around here?
Well, I was just there serving, or, more elegantly said than this. I was just doing the normal bartending thing, and people burst in and fighting went on. I just tried to make sure that nobody died during it.
Right.
Oh, speaking of which, there is a bit of a mess inside your tavern. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That happens when fights break out. Not too uncommon. What the hell happened here? What? She looks around and then looks at one of the injured that you have healed a while ago wearing the Grimvin armor. And just sort of puts a hand to her chin, then shakes her head. Tell you what, kid. Do me a favor and see if you can sign on with those two on following up on this.
You sure?
Yeah. First of all, you're going to be more useful following with them than you're going to be around here. Tell you that much for certain. Beyond that, something about this don't sit right with me. I've known Grimvin for a while. Seems a little... Want to know what happened?
If you want me to, then I can go ahead and follow them and make sure nothing goes wrong.
Yeah. Besides... She shakes her head. Nah, don't worry about it. Look, just go along with them. I'm sure things will work out for you. And, things don't work out for you, you can always come back here and just work as the town doctor for your life.
Just kind of thinks, because, he's been doing this for a month now. Alright. Well,
point is, you got some magic power to you, kids, so I think you'd be more useful actually going out in the world and helping more people staying here, especially with what this is. She just sort of motions around at the battlefield.
Kind of smiles just a little bit, well, alright, and then he'll kind of stand up, head over to these two. Alright, so when do you think we're going to be heading out then?
We?
Oh,
would you like to come along?
Yeah, if you don't mind, of course.
Looks at the captain. He looks back. I don't believe I got your name.
Oh, right. My name's Aaron. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Alright, nice to
Aaron
meet you
here.
too.
Aaron here seems to be a wonderful healer. I wouldn't mind them coming along with us as well,
I recognize the symbol. Saren Ray, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I recognize that stuff. Good magic, good heal. Useful.
been working here as a doctor for a little while now, so.
Well, hiring a cleric to go along will... Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah. I'll pay for the expedition then. That'll work just fine.
Hmm.
3 people. Good investment. Yeah. All right. Okay, so here's the deal, right? It was a war sloop, and I mean, I don't know the make of it exactly, but I can tell you who probably could. There's a
I'm sorry.
There's
Sorry.
a commotion going on. It's fine.
sounds like a dog found one of the knocked out soldiers.
God.
Anyway,
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Anyway, right. So there's a old shipwright down the river away. Usually, if we're not going to be stopping in Riverford to get appraisals and that sort of thing, we stop there for repairs. It's a little bit further along, a little bit cheaper if we just go straight there. But fine, he knows me. Give him my name, and he should at least be able to help you. It's down near a narrow part of the river. No ship can pass through there without him noticing it, and headed down that way. So if you don't see it along the river that way, then at the very least, you can talk to him, and he can point you where to go.
Before we leave, I'd like to interrogate a soldier or two.
Yeah, of course. Go for it. You're not going to catch the boat on foot. That much is for certain, so you don't need to worry about that. I'm not expecting you to run it down. We need somebody to start tracking it
Of course.
while I do my regular delivery to Sparber. Okay, that'll... Yeah. Give me him. He pats around in his jacket for a little while and then just pulls out a bag, just checks it a little bit, and then just tosses it on the ground between the 3 of you. 75 golden. 75 golden, man. 25 for each of you for the job on start. Advance pay so you can get whatever you need and be on your way. When you get back that stuff, I'll pay you... I'll tell you what. You get me back all of the supplies, I'll pay you 1/4 of what they're worth.
Works for me.
I'll pay you based on the amount of content you recover.
Oh, that's certainly fair.
Yeah.
Zivir nods at this. And we'll he'll kneel down to pick up the pouch, start counting his gold, and then offer it to the other 2.
The instant that the pouch was dropped, you can actually see Briar's hands start twitching. They're trying so hard. They're like, "Don't be cool."
Don't die for the gold.
Briar is waiting for everyone else to get their share before they even touch it. Be cool.
Alright. I need to go make sure there wasn't any other damage done to the ship. Make sure they didn't sabotage anything. Then we're setting off probably a couple days from now. So it'd be best if you head off before then, so you could get out there before the trail goes cold.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad that I splurged a little earlier and bought a cart.
Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Oh, the dog's making his rounds.
Oh, once we get this all sorted out, where do we contact you?
Ah, right. Well, if you ask anybody where the free sale is, they're gonna know. I made a name for myself for a reason. But
Fair enough.
by the time you're done with this, we're gonna be in Sparber for a couple of months at least to restock. So, do basic training and that sort of thing. So if you get done with this before a couple of months around, then you can find me in Sparber. Otherwise, we'll wait here for you. If we don't hear anything within 6, we'll head off and assume that you've been lost.
Noted.
At that point, you're gonna need to
It
find
shouldn't
us.
take that long.
Yeah. At that point, you need to find us in Bailu.
It'd be a bit of a problem trying to get all the way back with all the supplies, but fair enough.
Yeah. Good luck out there, as I said before.
Likewise.
Vincent returns to his crew and starts yelling things and directing them in various ways. He seems very annoyed about the whole thing.
Well, I guess we should head off early then.
Actually, could Zeno have asked one more thing of him?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
One of the soldiers apologized when I asked if he would surrender once they understood that I was a Belu knight. Would you happen to have any inkling as to why?
I don't know, fear maybe? Hello, I know nothing about these guys. Wearing Grimvan armor, that's all I can tell you.
Fair enough.
Meanwhile, as soon as I get my money, I'm going over back to the dragon. And in Draconic, I'm going, who's a good baby? You're so pretty. You're a good steed. Like, full Draconic. It sounds terrible, like a fork in a garbage disposal. Absolutely trying to befriend this thing.
Unfortunately, I don't think it speaks any languages, but hey.
It doesn't. It's not smart enough, but it seems.
I don't know that. It looks like a dragon.
It's definitely a dragon.
It is a
It
dragon.
doesn't speak though.
It's a very lesser dragon. Doesn't have wings,
but it
can't speak. That sort of
like rears back slowly before like lowering its head so you can like more easily like scratch it because it enjoys that.
I have priorities, okay?
That's fair. At any rate, excuse me.
Yes?
No, not you.
Oh.
What's going on?
Yeah, what is it, Zeno?
I'm like following you really close.
There were 2 soldiers that we had detained in your establishment. Would you mind if I attended to them?
Yeah, feel free. They ruined the place. I think they knocked one of the hinges out of the door. I'm gonna need to fix that, so, yeah. Feel free.
Understood. And thank you. Then he'll head back in and see where they actually put the soldiers. Where'd the Knuckleman go?
Well, he just kind of brought them over here and tied them both up using, some ship rigging, rope that he had in a satchel, basically.
I'm gonna immediately get distracted while Xenofair is doing work, and I'm gonna look at the hinge and see if I can try and, like, fix it a little bit.
Yeah, sure, that would be crafting. Yeah, no, you think you could fix this. It's gonna take, like, around 10 minutes, but yeah, you think you could put this back in the working order.
Alright, I'm totally gonna try and fix shit while they're doing important stuff. Like, I'm gonna be, like, listening in, but I'm gonna just be, like, tinkering with this, because I'm so bored.
Understandable.
I'll walk up behind Xenavera and just like, so, you want me to help wake one of them up a bit sooner, or?
Please.
Alright.
Alternatively, we do it my way.
Can I just use,
Medicine?
normal, like, just medicine, or do I need to use a healing spell?
You can use medicine to wake somebody up like that. As soon as they get healed, they can wake up.
Before they do, I would like to disarm them.
Right, yeah, they were already disarmed.
And like pat them down, of course.
Yeah. Roll perception.
Yeah, sure.
You don't find any hidden weapons or anything on them.
There's blood in my eyes.
I'm the one with the really good perception, but I'm just not making any perception rolls.
Well. Anyway, yeah, so that's not enough to treat that guy. You can't find a way to wake him up quickly and effectively just off that. You can check the other one, though.
Let me, he's having a bit of a rough time. Let me see about the other.
Sure.
And for reference, everybody, all three of you have a reroll, by the way. So, you know,
Oh, nice.
you were all given a hero point from Odie.
I don't know if I want to use it yet. So.
Nice.
Well, that means that Gren's now up to 3, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, is there a spot on the character sheet for hero points, or do I just have to remember
There
that?
is one. It's up at the top right underneath the level.
You know what? For the sake of ease, I'll go ahead and use a reroll here because I already have a lot.
Yep, go for it.
All right. There we go.
There you go. That's actually a critical success.
Critical success.
So yeah, I'll let you choose how much you heal him by, for that reason.
No, I'm a good person. I'll heal as much as I can.
All right, so that's 4. That's 4d8.
Well, he's bound. It's fine.
He doesn't even look injured anymore.
Wow.
See,
you know the Johnny Silverhand's fucking like trailer thing. Just that kneeling in front of the guy when you wake up. That's what Xenobear is doing.
Wake up, samurai. Yeah, no, he's woken up pretty effectively. It doesn't look like his wounds were too deep, so they were easy to patch up, and he looks perfectly healthy again. Yeah. Where am I? Where am I?
One guess.
Oh. Ow.
So,
Just putting my supplies back, and I'll just like back away silently once I'm done.
I would love to have a conversation with you. Are you in the talking mood?
I'm in the feeling like I'm dead kind of mood, actually.
We can
I'm
fix that as
overhearing
well.
this. Can I try and recognize the accent?
Sure. That would be society. It doesn't sound like it's from Grimvin. That's the most you're able to get from that.
Okay, thank you.
Lost my train of thought. Shit.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No worries.
You asked if he
I
was
have
in
a
the
few
talking
questions.
mood, and he said he was in the he feels like he's dead mood.
Yeah, it's like, we can fix that too. I have a few questions for you, and I would love for you to answer them.
Well, I'd love to be set free.
Well, that could be arranged if you answer my questions.
Yeah. What do you want?
Who are you associated with? It doesn't seem like you're actually Grimvin soldiers.
Well, what makes you think that? We have the armor, we have the equipment.
Your training. Your
Your
movements.
accent's shitty.
Just from outside.
Yes, I'm in the doorway shouting that.
Oh no, I don't. That's why I don't talk normally. Or wasn't. Where's it? Looks at the guy next to him. He is supposed to talk.
Unfortunate.
I don't feel like I can tell you.
Would the other guy be able to tell us?
Oh no. See, the problem is, if we tell you, then we end up dead. Regardless.
How about where your ship is going?
Oh, that. There's a hidden part, down ways, across the bay. Follow that, end up where you're looking, but you're not gonna find it just like that. I
Does
don't.
Xenover have a map, or does he need to buy one?
You have a map if depending on exactly what you mean by like map. You don't have like
A generalized like area map, not like a super specific map.
Yeah, you have a map that is. You have basically what it amounts to a world map, but not like
Okay,
a
so
specific
not like.
map.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he know of the bay that they're referencing?
Uh. You know that there is a lake on the further in that has a lot of bays and that sort of thing dotted about the place, but you don't know which one he's referencing specifically. No.
There are lots of bays. Is there any specific, landmarks that I could notice?
No, at least not any that I can think. Like I said, I don't do the navigating. I'm not supposed to know where it is. Quite to the point.
Wonderful. Why did you steal shipments of magical goods?
I don't know. We were just told people get on the boat, put them on ours, we go.
Who hired you?
Never met a man blue cloak. Never talked to him personally. Shown around the camp a couple times.
Wonderful.
Oh,
What
green
else?
green hands. Green hands. He had green hands.
Green hands.
Green hands.
Like flaming green hands, like painted green hands.
No, skin.
An orc.
Scales? I don't know. They were green. Saw them from a distance.
Interesting. He takes out like a little notepad and notes that down. Green hands.
I've been
Scales?
gloves.
Question mark.
I've been gloves even. Like I said, I saw him from a
That's
distance.
not funny because that's literally what I wrote down.
No, that is funny.
I don't suppose if you saw the bay, you'd be able to point it out.
Probably not.
Wonderful.
I mean, if I saw it, then they see you. Well, I mean, at that point, too late.
No.
I was trying not to distract you this time. I'm sorry. I was trying to figure it out.
I need
It's
to
okay.
regain my composure a little bit, but
I
So-
can't win. I try to be polite, you know?
so he kind of like gets closer and then kneels down. So, where would your camp be then?
Well, in the bay, of course. Where else would it be?
Briar gets really tired of trying to do this subtly and goes, "That doesn't help. Don't you know where it is? How did you
that's
get
entirely the point. We go by boats. Entirely the point is that the foot soldiers don't know where it is.
Wonderful.
there?" Briar's having a terrible, no good day.
Look,
Xenovera,
look, I can only tell you things I saw or overheard. They don't tell me the details, that way if we get captured, we don't tell anything.
what did you overhear? Anything of note that I would need to know? That I would want to know? That would stop me from hurting you.
We were hired to attack the town wearing this armor. We don't normally wear these armor. We were given this. It was our uniform for the job.
That's
That's all I can tell you about that. Because that's what everybody knows.
This poor guy.
I don't think I'm going to be getting anything else useful out of you. Well, a deal's a deal. Though if you attack any of us, I'm striking you down again.
I don't have a weapon.
you
What am I supposed to
attack
attack
us-
you with?
Your
You should
fists.
feed him to the dragon.
We're not feeding anyone to Azaria. It's a very balanced diet, and people don't coincide with that.
Saying I'm fat?
No, I'm saying she doesn't need people.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Look, I'm still a little dizzy from getting
Is
hit
he-
over the head, okay?
You bet. I'm asking. This is very
No,
important
he's
to
not.
me.
He's very average. He's a very athletic, muscular build, given that he fights for a living.
Xenovera will.
Do I see his face under his helmet?
A little bit, mostly covered by the helmet, though.
No, it's okay. You're hot.
Thank you.
he Xenovera pauses from untying this man, just like looks out the door for like a few solid seconds, shrugs and goes back to untying him. Alright, get out of here.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't suppose I could have my blade back at least, so I can, survive.
Xenovera takes out like a camping knife, like a survival knife, and hands it to him.
Yeah, it'll work.
well, that wasn't terribly helpful, but
It's better than nothing.
Did he just leave his friend? That's so rude.
Yes.
Why don't they hang
Yes,
out
he
together?
did.
For safety. No, Brian's actually saying this out loud.
Oh, okay.
They could hang out together for safety in numbers. I mean, they're gonna get killed anyway for not doing their job right. Rude.
I'm going to go inform the god that this wasn't Grimvin invading them. We'll be back.
Aren't we supposed to go together because we're like on a job?
Well, if you would like to come with me, you're more than welcome to. I just
I'm gonna-
assumed you wouldn't want to do the busy work.
I'm gonna think about it. Think about the fact that there's a ton of guards there, and then kind of be like, I think you're fine. Your dragon thing's really fast, so like you should lickety split.
I was just going to walk. Not that far away.
Oh,
I thought Did you not want to pet the dragon more? I'll take them.
I can. Yes, no, you should definitely walk. I think you need the exercise after such a very stressful event.
Are you saying that I'm fat?
No, you're hot too.
Okay.
As Briar says it, they just kind of like they have a completely and totally straight face, but like at least some of them is kind of just like really.
You know, sure, whatever. It's either will go to the guard outpost and inform them that, hey, these were actually fucking mercenaries, not just like Grimvin soldiers.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, because otherwise that's a national event that would incite some important shit that could be very bad.
Yeah, the thing about that is, you're gonna need to roll diplomacy.
Xenover walks back.
Xenover walks up and has to talk to someone and is just like, fuck.
Because,
he thinks about it halfway through.
while
getting
you
there.
have the knowledge of this, what's to say they're going to believe you? At the moment, they have a bunch of bodies of soldiers wearing Grimvin armor.
The Xenover is like halfway there, realizes this, curses under his breath, walks back.
Right now, I'm just gonna be trying to fix up the tavern while they're doing all of this.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's a
Am I done
mess.
fixing the door?
Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna like be like, hey Ricky, grab the door for you.
Oh, thanks.
Of course, anytime.
Saves me a lot of
I've been, for the record, flirting with Ricky the entire time I'm here. I should just clarify that.
Of course,
It
of
wasn't
course.
obvious.
As one does, yes.
Yes.
The Xenover returns, he calls out, Briar,
What?
would you like to ride the dragon with me?
Is this where you like say that and then it's because I don't want to do something and you're trying to
Yes.
trick me? Do I get to ride in front?
If you would like.
Okay.
And then they bring them both to the outpost.
You could have. Aaron has good diplomacy.
Do I? I don't think I have that good. No, it's two.
It's fine. I'm already there. I'm going. I'm great. I'm incredible.
So the guardhouse is obviously a massive activity, people running in and out, and a bunch of orders being shouted, and people moving around and collecting things.
If at all possible, by the way, Briar is trying to make the Drake go as fast as humanly possible.
Oh, no.
Briar is trying to have a field day with this.
So I
No,
imagine like he's swerving around because he's like getting conflicting messages through the
Yes.
fucking. So then eventually Xenover just lets go of the reins and starts steering with their fucking legs instead. It's just like no.
As soon as like it starts causing problems, they stop. But like right off the bat, they do immediately try and like convince Azariah
Giddy up,
to
like-
go as fast as possible.
Being an animal companion, the Drake actually listens perfectly to Xenovera, so
Briar is
it wouldn't
so
cause
unhappy.
issues. It wouldn't cause issues.
Briar's like clicks leg against tie and everything, and it's just like,
Look back at you like almost disappointed. It's like
no, I'm in front. I'm in front. Fuck you. Anyway, so we get there.
yeah.
Yeah. A lot of guards
Briar
running
will
around, that
just
sort of
mount
thing.
and offer to help Briar down since it's not a small drop.
No, fuck you. I'm dropping.
Oh, okay.
Catfall.
Yeah.
Pirouetting off that shit. I'm good.
Yeah, that's right.
Just a
Doesn't
cat
mean
fault.
flip.
Let's go.
And Xenover will start to head towards actually, does he know who the commanding officer of this place is? Or excuse me, the head of command.
It's actually the guy who generally runs the front desk because he's the most senior member of the guard staff here. Normally just does paperwork because, he doesn't have a reason to do anything else. It's a small town.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna like straighten my shoulders, like try and look like I'm like a regular cool person who talks to guards normally and doesn't avoid them. And I'm gonna just like walk forward up to the front desk, and then knowing that this guy never fucking answers, I'm gonna like, I have news to report.
He is actually directing people, so he's not actually sitting at the desk. He's standing and moving and directing people around. He turns back towards the desk. He's standing next to it, of course. But
Yeah.
yeah, what is it?
There was recently an attack from the docks, and
Really?
while it was-
Wouldn't have guessed.
Shut up! I turn to Xenovara, and I'm just I'm giving him the the 2 fingers at the eyes, and then I'm watching you gesture.
He raises his hands placatingly, and just zip.
And I have news regarding it.
You could just get to it. Little busy.
Briar is so unhappy. The attack was hired by a bunch of mercenaries designed to make it look like they were from Grimvin, but they actually weren't.
Okay, where were they from?
Unfortunately, we're about to go find that out, but I didn't want news that it was from Grimvin to get around before we were actually done doing the job.
You got any proof of this?
Well, we just recently interrogated one, and another suspect is still in the bar, which we were probably assuming that guards could bring in and have similar information conveyed to them.
Roll diplomacy. Yeah, he just snaps a couple times to get somebody else's attention, waves them over. Get some people down to Ricky's Tavern. There's somebody there who we can interrogate. Alright, I'll believe you for now, and I won't send out any statements about it. I'll tell everybody to bring the message around that this might not have been Grimvin, might have been some people posing as them. And I'll send a message to the nearest embassy about opening talks to figure out if this was them or not actually.
And I'm gonna explain that we're going up to the guy, the ship guy, so that way we can try and find the hidden port bay, etc., all of that. I'm not saying that in character. Please don't make me.
No, I understand. Yeah,
I disseminate the information we have.
Right. Yes. Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Thanks for the information. Shouldn't have just dismissed statements out of hand. Just look, having the city under attack is a bit stressful, you know.
We did what we could.
Yeah, I know.
When he apologizes, you kind of see Briar straighten up a little bit because they're not used to a guard apologizing to them. And they're like, well, it's fine. Actually, we are currently going to be doing this under orders of Vincent Martel. It's hard for me to say that properly.
I understand, yeah.
We're currently under orders of Vincent Martel, Sir Vincent Martel, with the free sale. So I'm assuming that you'll probably be able to get information from him as we update our search. And Briar is actually perked up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He digs through a desk drawer for a little bit, and then just pulls out a dagger and just sort of flips it in his hand. All right. Here, take this.
Immediately yoinks.
It's the symbol of the guard here. Every recruit who makes it past their first few patrols gets one. But giving it to you for 2 reasons. One, that way you know that if anybody asks, you can tell them that we already heard from you, and that's the symbol of that. First of all. Secondly, it's a thanks for keeping this from turning into an actual war right now.
Yes, that would not have been good.
Yeah. It's called a Watchman's Dagger. We have Varel make them down at his shop. But that's a spare that we have lying around.
I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna is there anything special about it?
While it's sheathed, no.
I'm gonna I have no impulse control. I'm immediately gonna unsheath it and look at it.
When you pull the dagger out, as it leaves the sheath, it lights up and then begins to burn and glow with a ethereal gray flame burning as if it was a torch.
Mm.
Holy shit!
Yeah, but it's a basic spell. It's not actually fire. It's not going to burn anything or cook anything, but it's a great light. So
I was about to say the name, but I was like, no wait, Xenover wouldn't know that.
I should say the holy shit was Caden.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's just him explaining it when Briar draws the blade.
Just for because Briar doesn't have a voice, I'm gonna go ahead and clarify that. Briar's gonna be like, of course I recognize the spell. doesn't matter if they actually did. And like they're not gonna put it away yet because Xenovera is right there, but they haven't given it to him.
Oh yeah, no, it's he was just handing it over. It doesn't really matter who it goes to in his mind, just that you have it, with you.
Yeah.
All right.
There was definitely a moment that I was about to like throw it immediately, and I was like, "Oh wait, dagger! I want it."
Right. I need to get back to directing people and getting this message out. So sorry, but I need to step away.
Of course.
Thanks for the information.
Barry like kind of like half salutes, then already is walking away.
Xenovera will follow. Unzip. Was not so bad.
Yes,
Well, you got a dagger out of it, so there's that.
I get to keep the dagger.
You get to keep the dagger.
Immediately puts it in one of my sheaths, like on like my leg area thing, and is just like the things I have to do, and then hops up onto Zarya without asking.
She like just sighs, mounts as well, and we'll head back to the tavern.
Indeed.
And then he, of course, would also report the findings to the captain as well, considering he's hoping they might have a bit of an idea as to maybe which bay they might be talking about. An inkling, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe, I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, so by the time you get back, you get back pretty soon, pretty quickly after, and once you're back, about 4 or 5 minutes later, a couple of guards walk in and take the other prisoner you had and lead him towards the center of town. What has Aaron been doing during this time?
Well, after picking up all of the chairs and fucking making sure that everything actually looks clean in here, I guess he's just been kind of waiting for people to show up again.
Very well.
Unless there's someone who is very injured and I could potentially help inside the tavern.
Yeah, no, the people inside the tavern are fine, thanks to you guys actually intervening. And what do you mean by switching out the dagger for the watchman's dagger?
Can I equip it?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can have all of them kind of equipped at the same time, really. I mean, you just, have multiple.
Oh, I didn't know I'm allowed to. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, as long as you have a holster or a sheath or whatever, you're fine. You can just attach a bunch of them to your belt, a bunch of them, as a bandolier. Down your arms if you want.
I want to be made of knives.
Just a brace of daggers, you just have it.
Yeah, brace of daggers around your arm, brace of daggers around your other arm, brace of daggers around your upper arm, brace of daggers around your other upper arm.
That's what Savvy did.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have to have the asymmetry.
Understandable.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry, continue. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, no, besides that, you return, the guards pick up the other prisoner after a little while, and what are you going to do now?
Report to the captain?
The free sail captain, Martel?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what are you reporting to him exactly?
He was gonna relay the information that he got from the prisoner.
Yeah.
No longer prisoner, but
right, yes.
He wanted to ask if he knew any inklings of any prime locations that would be piratey.
No, not really, not in that area. Not very many pirates there. There's well, you're a Tau, but they don't generally go out on the water.
Oh, apparently the man that seemed to have hired these ruffians had green hands, wore a cloak, blue. Ring any bells?
Can't say it does, no.
No, unfortunate. Well, that's about that. I suppose we'll head up on the lead that you offered us then.
Yeah. Look, said that 3 times now. I figure say it 3, maybe it'll actually stick.
I'd hope so. Maybe he'll leave him be.
So, is there anything else we should get done here, or?
Well, I would like to buy supplies. If we're going to be out for an extended period of time, we'll need food, water, other things.
If you're interested in magic supplies, you guys should definitely check out Veryl's shop. I'm shilling, yes.
You're not even going to be working there in a moment, but
No. We're buddies now. I'm incredibly suspicious of him, but we're buddies.
You could buy a ring of distraction with your gold, by the way.
I
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
Yeah. So, as for buying supplies, which I assume you will be, and then you'll be heading out, will you be staying the night in the town? Right? It is late evening, so I would imagine so, but you could head out at night if you wanted.
I want to head out at night. Briar's like, so we should go.
I've had a long day.
You can ride on the dragon thing. We can just the further that we wait, the longer they have to get away.
I mean,
I've had a long day.
if you're not all up for it, I think we should go ahead and take the night off.
I want to go.
I'll wake up early in the morning. How about that?
That sounds terrible. They're
Well, that's
already on
unfortunate.
the boat. You can sleep on the boat.
We're not sleeping on a boat. We're not going to be using a boat. We're going to be riding on a cart. Well,
Well,
you're
you
going
can
to be
sleep
riding on
on
a
the
cart.
cart.
I'm going to be driving the dragon.
Briar is so unhappy. Briar, however, realizes that this isn't going to work for them. And they're just like, but they're getting away.
They've already gotten away. We're not going to catch them.
Fine. But if anything happens to this payday because of this, I am holding you two accountable.
I feel like it's mainly my fault if anything happens. I don't really think you should be blaming Aaron.
I don't really.
Fine, then I'm holding you accountable.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my room then in the tavern. So
You enjoy yourself. I'll see Azaria back into the shed, and then he realizes that Azaria may have broken the shed and just sighs.
Azaria did, in fact, break the shed.
Did. Unfortunate.
Briar follows just long enough to see Xenophara realize that and like laughs at him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Crosses their arms and stands behind him and laughs.
Ricky.
I'm not fixing that.
Yeah, no, I already saw when I got back.
You give me a hammer and some nails, and I'll have it fixed up by morning. Hopefully.
Look, I can get it done if you're not going to be able to. I understand you needed your friend there to help you fight, so I'm not too worried about it. Not like we have many people using it anyway, but still. Just don't worry about it. You can fix it, great.
Alright.
If you can't, I'll deal with it when you can.
Understood. Then if they give him like any tools, he'll cast a spell and then get to work.
Yeah, there's
The
tools.
spell being object memory. Hopefully this is long enough to fix it. If it's not, unfortunate.
I mean, usually it's not, but it's fine.
Whee.
All right, step
You
one,
roll a craft.
hit on Ricky.
Yeah.
Step
Okay.
2, go and hang out with my favorite wizard friend, Beryl.
There you go.
I assumed it was like pretty late by this point. Is it not actually that late?
No, it's pretty late.
Okay.
I just don't care.
Yeah, you're able to fix it. It's gonna take you about half an hour to actually get all of it put together in the right way, but you are able to put it together.
Gotcha. And then, sorry, he breaks it again by walking in. Then he cries. Then he goes about his day.
All right.
How much food should I go buy? How many?
We're not doing a
rations?
shopping episode.
No, we're
No
not.
way.
No. But Briar, what are you going to be doing with?
Like I
Pharrell?
said, step 1, hit on Ricky.
Right? Yeah, I already got that.
Step 2, hang out with Beryl.
Okay.
I'm really kind of super nosy, and as much as I do want to hang out with Vincent, I hate that name. I hate you for that. I want you to know that it works. I hate you. As much as I want to hang out with Vincent, I don't feel like I can impress him until I've actually like done anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna hang out with Varel. I'm gonna try and figure out like this. I've been kind of like trying to like snoop into why he bought the ring for himself, the Ring of Arcana, and like where it is. Why does he need it? Why does he look so wizardy? So I'm gonna be investigating that tonight.
Okay. Roll perception and deception.
Awesome, cool, great. Oh god, I'm gonna re-roll that using one of my hero points. If
Okay.
that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Really?
Well, you rolled a 2, so it's not a 1. Not a 1.
It's not a one.
Unfortunately, you're not able to find out a lot about Vero. You're only able to talk to him about various wizarding things that you pretend to know about, and I mean, he seems convinced that you know, but you can't figure out anything about him.
I know wizardry things. I'm a great wizard.
Exactly.
Out of character, Caden is going to ask really quick, how long is today's session going to go on?
Oh, I was just going to end it here so you guys could do your shopping
Then
stuff.
I'm rolling my other hero point.
Oh, okay.
We get one every session. We try again.
Okay.
That's a lot better.
So deception-wise, you're able to realize. You notice that through various things that he says about him casting spell, like when he says this sort of spell, this sort of spell, he describes them very abstractly, and tries to make it sound like he knows exactly what he's saying. You get the sense that he can't actually cast any of these spells.
I'm gonna like take a moment to consider this, and then like. I should probably not say anything. And then I can't help it. I'm like, so I'm going to just casually be like, so you want to drop the act?
What act?
Look, I get it. You get the whole dress up thing. I really could like admire the commitment to the aesthetic, but we both know what's going on in this magic shop. And I would like to say that as I have been lying about my ability to do magic, I'm going to just like kind of casually like give him the look like thank you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Look, I'm not going to tell anyone. You're not in trouble. It's cool. I just want you to know that I know. And I have some tips for you if you want to like be able to sell it better.
And what is it that you think you...
You're not really like a regular wizard, dude.
And what makes you think that?
Well, here's the thing. Full disclosure, it kind of takes a liar to spot a liar. And I may not have noticed if I was like, a real high-class wizard or something. But that's the same shit I say. You can't do me to me.
He waves his hand, and the doors to the shop close, and he's like, "All right, fine. He reaches in, like under his coat and just pulls a hand of the mage out to put it over top of his over top of the robe.
Briar is meanwhile vibrating, by the way.
I've never been great at the whole understanding of the actual magical tricks and that sort of thing. Great at understanding the workings of the items. I can't understand the spells, okay? There you go.
No, it's super. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel like uncomfortable. I just think what you're doing is super cool. You have an entire shop. I do think.
Well, of course, I still know what I'm doing here. I'm an alchemist, not a wizard.
I think you're trying a little too hard to be like a wizard, and I think you could pull it off by being more of like an alchemist, Shebang.
Well, I am an alchemist. I just said that.
I know, but you're doing the whole... And then I'm just kind of like going to gesture at him and be like, look at you. You deserve better than this.
Wizarding shops and magic shops get much more traffic than alchemy. Especially, even if that alchemy also is able to produce magical items.
You're in Riverford!
Right, and plenty of boats with magical items that either praised or pawned off come through here. I also purchased plenty of them as well.
I don't know.
Maybe I could
feel
add
like-
alchemy. That might work.
Yes! That would be wonderful. Oh, I hope I get to come back and see it if you do.
Yes, I do.
Anyway, if you need any tips on how to sell it, I'd be happy to help, because, like, we're bros and all. Also, if you need, like, style tips, because, like, and I'm gonna, like, kind of, like, gesture to my armor, like, because I did this myself. I feel like I did a pretty good job. If you want, like, help, I'm gonna be here for tonight. We're leaving tomorrow.
No, I think I'll
Not
keep
how you make
the.
friends, Briar.
I think I'll keep the wizard look. Thank you. I think. Look,
The beard is kind of cool.
Look, alchemists have this whole thing about them. Everybody thinks they're crazy. It's much more acceptable to be a wizard and run a shop than an alchemist. You walk into an alchemist shop, you expect things to explode. Disgusting.
I mean, I trust you. I kind of want to see the kind of alchemy you could do. Maybe you could show me, because I've never actually gotten a chance to learn anything about alchemy before.
Of course, all that stuff is in my research room. I keep it there. It's where I also create items, that sort of thing. It's easy enough. Scrolls.
I'm trying to get an item out of this. I'm trying so hard. So yeah, maybe you can teach me something, one last lesson for the road.
You'll pay for the materials.
Sure, why not? What's a good turn between pals that don't tell other people that they aren't really wizards?
What is it you're wanting to learn here?
Honestly, anything. I've never done alchemy, so it sounds really cool. But since I am going on a journey, maybe something that could help me with that would be like a great first start. I don't know. Maybe you could do healing potions? Is that a thing alchemists do?
No, that's wizards. We make elixirs. I can make potions too, of course, but that's different.
Show me an elixir. I don't even know what that is. Briar does, but trying to build the excitement.
Well, it's like a healing potion, but we don't use magic to infuse it. It's purely herbal. Very, very potent, I think, properly. The simpler ones are a little bit lackluster, diluted, but the more complicated ones, those ones are where things get interesting. For a beginner, of course, you would need to work with the diluted version, so just give me a moment.
Yeah. Teach me things.
And he goes over a bunch of different things about how the mixing and the mortar, pestle, the mixing and the various sorts of proper ways to craft an elixir.
Briar actually takes like a shit ton of notes. Like normally they kind of don't care about anything, but when they're learning, they're like taking notes and testing things and like trying really hard to do good.
Right, then you just end up with something. He eventually just like takes the mixtures, pours them into vials, and just sets them off to the side. Those will take a couple of days to ferment, but that said, of course, I always make sure I have some prepared. He reaches underneath the table, pulls out one that looks the same, but is clearly already finished. Now, because, of course, I'm making all of those, you may have this one to continue your studies. The price is a few gold, but 15 silver would suffice. As I said, you just need to pay for the materials.
Thank you very much. And also, the two people who are heading out with me, I'm gonna have them stop by this way to pick up some magic items, I think, if they need any.
Right. Well, the shop works as a shop as normal.
Is there any chance I could spend the night here tonight again?
Your bed's still here. I haven't found another apprentice.
Awesome. Thank you very kindly.
Yeah.
I'm done. What did I get?
Well, you got a minor elixir of life.
Dope.
And just the instant calling him out.
Briar has no impulse control. I can't, like, Briar really wants to respect the game, but also the instant that they figure something out, they have to, like... Excellent. Yes, good.
All right. So,
Also, do I get anything for learning? Do I get anything?
you have the formula for an elixir of life now.
Yes!
That requires alchemical crafting to actually make, but you know how to make one if you ever end up.
Where does that go? Stowed items?
Technically you would put it in a formula book, but that's just,
I don't have...
You don't have to worry too much about it. You can just
have
yeah,
the recipe and I'll deal with it later.
Yeah, you can put it in details. It could be in any book. Basically, if you end up with a notebook or a journal or anything like that, you can just. It's fine.
Thank you.
Anyway, in the morning, of course, you all can go to the various places to get supplies, and then you'll be heading out to track down this shipwright who lives down the rivers a ways to find out where that ship was going and what it was. And that where we will continue next week.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for playing. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you to Odie for giving everybody an extra hero point this session. That was neat.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fire also gave a smiley face a hero point, but that smiley face is not a player, so
Unfortunate.
unfortunately that one just gets wasted.
Oh.
Null and void.
Null and void. I'll see you all next week, though, and we will continue Sagas of the Paired Lands, Episode 2. And the journey will begin for real, where leaving Riverford, and the party is together. See you next. See you. I combined next time and then. I said nen. I said nen, and then I said nen actually. I said nen, which was a combination of next time and then. So we're just gonna go with that.
CNN.
See you nen.
CNN.
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 Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored, unfortunately. Anyway, see you.